What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy T, and I'm back with another video. Now today we got y'all favorite bald head man, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But I mean, it's not one of them good ones. When rookie Shaq bullied him, grown man him, baby boyed him, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it, nigga. That's what this video about. Now, I don't know if this video true or not. I don't know if they capping with the title. But I'ma just believe it. So let me see what you got today, Baldy.
On January 16th, 1993, Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal had one of the greatest duels of the decade.
He said, this is 93? Okay. Good pull up. Good lobs. You better get out the way, boy. Watch out, little fella. Little fella. Look, they looking. Is this rookie Shaq? Yeah, this is, this is rookie Shaq. I'm tripping. Oh, he out there with a hurt wrist. Oh my god, he dunking everything, ain't he? Hey. What? Oh, I thought he blocked that. I was finna say them good beats. Nah, that's them big fouls. That's a good foul anyway. He probably missed both. Hold on, Bulls down by 1. 29 and 24? Ooh.
In a back and forth battle that went into overtime, Jordan dropped 64 points and Shaq had a 30-20 game with 5 blocks. The Magic, a brand new franchise that finished with just 21 wins.
64? How the fuck did he bully him? He had 64. He had 64 on a hurt wrist and he got bullied. Oh no, they capping, man. I knew, bro. I just knew it, bro. Jordan just don't go, bro. He don't go for none of that shit, bro.
In the previous season, defeated the reigning champs. This was only the second time Shaq faced off against Jordan, but in one of the quietest rivalries in NBA history, this saga was far from over. In fact, in this epic matchup, Shaq would do something that would come back to haunt him years later.
Oh, but he clocked him upside his head. What you on? This skinny Shaq too. He got hair and shit.
I can't let him dunk on me. That's not gonna happen. I had to touch him up. There's one I'm not getting dunked on. That'll be a poster forever, because Mike was the man at the time. So when I go to help him up, he said, don't ever help nobody up. Great foul. Don't do that. I don't need your help. But I'm coming back. Don't you worry.
Hey, bro. I feel you though, Shaq. You not dunking on me. I'm not gonna lie. Shaq did his research. When you see MJ about to take off 2 feet, get the fuck out the way or you better beat his ass. It's only 2 options. It's 2 options with it. Get the fuck out the way or foul the shit out of you. You know what I mean? It's 2 simple options, bro. And a lot of niggas choose a third for some reason. Get their ass dunked on. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I would never choose that one, but shit, that's what niggas like to do now.
While driving to the basket, MJ gets hammered by Shaq. A tactic that was just as much psychological as it was physical. Ever since Shaquille O'Neal stepped onto a basketball court, his message was to prove he was bigger and stronger than everyone else. That no matter how hard you came at him, he would come back 10 times harder. But in his attempt to get inside Jordan's head, Shaq inadvertently sparked a fire inside MJ that would later lead to a career-altering decision. In the early 90s, Shaquille O'Neal bullied his way into NBA superstar status like no other rookie had done before. In his first 10 games, Shaq was putting up stat lines that no 20-year-old rookie should be putting up.
Oh my
The basketball world knew he would be good, but this good, this early, was unheard of. In 1996, Shaq made the 50 greatest players in NBA history list in just his 3rd season at the age of 23. To put this into perspective, the youngest player in last year's All-Star game was 22. At the moment, these are the best 23-year-olds in the NBA.
He made the top 50 NBA players, and he was 23 years old. He was 5 years into the league. Oh my gosh, Shaq was a demon. 27 and 13, 3 blocks, and a steal.
It would be
Jaylen
an
Brown was
impossible stretch to say
trash.
that any of these players would be.
Hey, this go to show right here, man. Keep working, man. Everybody might be sleep on you right now. You might turn into a Finals MVP. You feel me? 12 points a game when he was 23. Look at him 4 years later, boy. Finals MVP. Stop playing crazy. Or you might turn out like this nigga if you stop working. You feel me? You stop working. You only come to work, you know what I mean, 20% of the time. You might be like him. Don't be like this guy, nigga. You gotta be like this guy, nigga. Stay in that gym, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
He considered a top 50 player of all time. In fact, only 2 of them have an all-star appearance. And yet, at this point in his career, Shaq was on the same list as the best players to ever lace up.
He's
But
right next
no
to the
matter how
king.
incredible Shaq was, as long as Jordan was in the league, he would be an afterthought in regards to the best player in the NBA. The conversation is always Kobe versus Michael, but while Kobe was trying to earn a spot on his high school's varsity team, Shaq was busy trying to dethrone a prime Michael Jordan. And after losing again,
Oh my
again,
goodness.
and again, Shaquille O'Neal actually succeeded. After the 1992-93 season, Mike took his infamous break from basketball, leaving the door wide open for Shaq to take over the NBA. Just 1 season into the league, Shaq and the rest of the world were taken by surprise when a prime Michael Jordan retired from basketball. And with Jordan busy playing baseball, Shaq asserted himself as the most dominant player on the planet. Jordan leaving the game was the best thing that could ever have happened for a young Shaquille O'Neal. At this point, the Magic had established themselves as the best team in the East behind their young dynamic duo in Shaq and Penny. Each game getting 1 step closer to the seemingly inevitable fact that Shaquille and Penny. Each game getting one.
How many of y'all knew his name was Anthony? Oh fuck. I thought Penny was like his. Bro, y'all, the old players, bro, they be having names, bro. Nobody ever found out their real name. Like Magic, bro, I had to do a lot of research to find this nigga name, cuz. Why y'all be gatekeeping y'all names?
Seemingly inevitable fact that Shaquille O'Neal was going to be the face of the NBA for the foreseeable future. In the next 2 seasons, Shaq had turned a failing franchise into an NBA powerhouse. From 21 wins to 57 wins in just 3 seasons, topping the East in 1995. Averaging 27, 13, and 3 while earning 2 All-NBA team selections, a Rookie of the Year award, and a scoring title at just 22 years old. This was his time. He had the team, he had the talent, and Mike had vacated his #1 spot. How could you possibly stop a 7-foot 1-inch, 300-pound freak of nature?
Yeah, bro, he's different, bro. Like, it's not even fair, though.
No more challenges. Less than 2 years, you're back.
He's 7'1", 300, and can run. Like, he got a crazy
Just
build,
at the
bro.
moment Shaq thought he was free from Jordan's
Shaq
reign,
is crazy
Michael
athletic.
decided maybe basketball was a sport after all.
Y'all think so?
And returned to the game in the spring of 1995. And that fast track to the NBA Finals just took a detour for Shaq and the Magic. But the last time Michael played Shaq, the Magic weren't even a playoff team. Now, just 2 seasons later, they were the best team in the East and had all the ingredients for a future dynasty. Meanwhile, the Bulls were recovering from their Jordanless year, and for the first time since the 80s, the Bulls didn't look like the obvious favorite. In the 1995 NBA playoffs, 2 years after their last matchup, Shaq would finally get his chance to officially snatch the torch from Jordan. And he did just that.
Big guy gets it there.
The torch? Oh my. Okay, he like, yeah. He like, yeah, y'all don't want none of you. Oh, now. I've been doing it. I've been doing this for a minute now. Come on, let's hoop. Nigga, don't jump, little nigga. Jump, little nigga. I'm dunking on everything. Yep, over you. You can't guard me.
Against Shaq. Try to adjust.
I need all them. I need all them. Ain't no foul. Give me them cookies. I'm gone. Big fella running that break. Yep.
And he does. What a big play by Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, big fella.
The big guy. O'Neal
Oh my goodness, he cooking him.
backs it in. O'Neal throws it in.
He cooking him.
On the floor, Shaq, and that'll do it. O'Neal with the slam.
Is he cherry picking? How the fuck he get down? I know he ain't beat everybody down the court.
Chicago Bulls.
If he did, that's not fair.
Come into Chicago and defeat the Chicago Bulls.
For the first and only time in his prime, Michael Jordan and the Bulls were knocked out of the playoffs.
Oh, that was a
The
playoff
once
game?
unbeatable team had fallen to a 22-year-old Shaquille O'Neal and company, and Shaq's master plan had finally become a reality. A run that shocked the basketball world and even Shaq himself.
I'm studying him.
That's
because
Horace
I know
Grant?
What he has.
That's what
Studying
he's
how
probably telling y'all about
the ref treated
how he
him.
play.
I'm studying how he's talking to his teammates and they respond. I'm studying his relationship with him and Phil Jackson. I'm studying how the opponents look at him and fear him and all that. I definitely want that. He was the best in the game and I wanted his spot.
Keep in mind, this is a Michael Jordan a season and a half removed from basketball and only 25 games into his return to the league. A 32-year-old MJ who hadn't quite gotten his touch back and was still a...
Look at that fucking layup, cuz. Fuck what he talking about, bro. Do y'all see this layup?
Michael Jordan a
He was the best in the game and I wanted his spot.
What the fuck?
Keep in mind, this is a Michael Jordan a season and a half removed from
Look at this.
basketball and only 25 games into his return to the league. A 32-year-old MJ who hadn't quite gotten his touch back and was still adjusting to the hardwood, and he's putting up 31 and 7 a game on one of the best teams in the league. But none of that mattered to Shaq because in just his third season, he became the only man to ever knock off Michael Jordan in his prime. The kid that wanted to be Jordan had beaten Jordan. And it would be nice and fitting if the story ended right here. A young Shaquille O'Neal dragging
nice.
a once terrible team to their biggest playoff success in the organization's existence, slaying the once unbeatable monster in Chicago. But if there's one thing we've learned about basketball in the 90s, Michael Jordan always gets the last laugh. Following their defeat to the Magic,
get back a
Michael Jordan and
motherfucker.
the Bulls went on the 1996 revenge tour, absolutely bullying their way through the entire league, breaking multiple NBA records and winning the most games in a single season at the time. A reminder to the NBA that Michael Jordan and his squad were still the best basketball team on the planet. But behind this return to glory, an underlying motive for their success was driving Jordan to get back to that rare moment of failure in the previous season, to get revenge on the only man to beat him while he was on top. Following a regular season where the Bulls won 2 of 3 matchups against the Magic, once again, Jordan and Shaq were set to face off in the playoffs, this time in the conference finals to decide who would go on to win the championship. Shaq thought it was his time, but Mike had to remind the Diesel that his time was up.
Michael has
Already?
seen his teammates rise to the occasion, playing with the fire and determination that is the Bulls one win away from a trip to the finals, but one giant roadblock still stands in the way.
Why Shaq look like a angry toddler, bro? He ugly, like he bald as fuck. Whack, okay, let's hoop. Pop Tarts, let's hoop. Let's hoop. This all the same game? Oh my goodness. How much he had this game? Give me the ball, little boy. Who was that big for the Bulls, bro? Shaq was doing him the worst way you could possibly get dead. Look, this nigga probably got like, all the Shaq points is on him. Literally every bucket. Oh my. Jordan is killing. How many fadeaways is that? He hitting threes, it's over. It's over. He hitting threes, it's over, bro. See, that's the thing.
To the Magic in the season prior, the Bulls went on to sweep them in the 1996
Sweep?
Eastern Conference Finals, including a 38-point blowout in Game 1 and holding the Magic to just 67 points in Game 3. In the 1995 playoffs, the Magic won by an average margin of just 1.25 points, winning the series in 6. In the 1996 playoffs, the Bulls won by an average margin of nearly 17 points. A beatdown of historic proportions. To put this
That's a
series into
beatdown.
perspective, the 2017 Warriors had one of the most dominating runs in NBA playoff history, going 16-1 on their path to a championship. In the finals, they nearly swept the Cavs, winning by an average margin of just 8.5 points. Jordan and the Bulls didn't just beat the Magic. They absolutely buried them in their own building. But despite getting swept, Shaq still held his own.
27 and 10.
That make you wonder how such a great player on a 60-win team could get walked like this. Oh, yeah. They were playing the best player to ever touch a basketball on the best team in league history.
Shaq would forgot
Jordan's beat down on Shaq doesn't end there. See, from 1992 to 1996, the Orlando Magic were quickly becoming one of the best teams in the league, getting better every single season. They had a prime Shaq, a prime Penny Hardaway, a borderline all-star in Nick Anderson, and a 3-time champion in Horace Grant. The most lethal offense in the NBA, and they were fresh off of a finals appearance. They had all the tools to make a run at a championship for several seasons. But, of course, this never happened. Despite finding success in Orlando, Shaq took his talents to LA, and of course, the rest is history. One of the biggest what-ifs of 90s NBA is the Shaq and Penny duo. The idea of Shaquille O'Neal taking a new, underwhelming franchise to the promised land and rising up as the new face of the league. Now, there are several reasons as to why Shaq left the Magic, but one that is rarely addressed was his
Hey, y'all peep this nigga Penny out here throwing dimes. What you talking about? He gotta change his name. He keep throwing them goddamn passes like that. Man, Shaq damn near. If Shaq would have stayed, that would have been Kobe. What the fuck? Do y'all see them die? Let's go back a little bit. Y'all not, you're not watching, bro. Watch the fucking video, dude.
Underwhelming franchise to the promised land.
Look at these passes.
Rising up as the new face
Dime.
of the league. Now, there are several reasons as to why Shaq left the Magic, but one that is rarely addressed was
Dime. My name Penny, but I love dimes.
Was Shaq dodging Michael Jordan? Well, I wouldn't go that far. But the Diesel was, without a doubt, shaken up by MJ and the Bulls. His ego was hurt, and he knew that as long as he was in the East, and as long as Jordan was playing basketball, he would never be the guy. But in hindsight, Shaquille O'Neal's shortcomings at the hands of Michael Jordan were actually
beat him one time, though.
Disguise for his career. Because after going toe-to-toe with MJ, every other player, every other team was, in Shaq's words, barbecue chicken.
Mike is the guy that taught me how to go to the next level. Walking off the court, Mike grabs me and says, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. And that helped me out when I made the move.
Ooh, give me that shit. Hey, yo.
And came to the point where we got to win. That's how I became who I am today.
So, although we can thank Michael Jordan for dismantling this team and stripping us from the most lethal young duo of the 90s, we can also thank MJ for running Shaq out of Orlando and giving us this. Some rivalries have been cemented in history books because of the impact they had on the game. Others were so subtle that they virtually went undetected. With MJ out of the picture, a young Shaquille O'Neal thought he had the league on lock, that the throne was his for the taking. But Michael Jordan gave him a
He said, no.
The crown wasn't
that
his
shit, dummy.
quite yet. Hope you guys enjoyed, and
hey, that's the end of the video, man. Yeah, Michael Jordan didn't get bullied, bro. You know what I mean? I thought he got bullied. That's what I'm saying. They be in these videos capping. He got his get back, you feel me? They might have bullied him when they put him out that one time, but he wasn't all the way right, you feel me? He was 25 games back. He wasn't all the way right. They already had their chemistry going, you know what I mean? He came back the next year, he said, ooh, that get back a motherfucker. But nah, man, I'm out of here, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say to y'all, bro. Suggest some videos if you want to see these type Michael Jordan videos. Suggest them, bro. Put them down in the comments. You feel me? Or I'm gonna just ask your auntie for some more suggestions, and she just gonna give me some. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. You know what I mean? Auntie got the bangers that keep me dropping every day. But all bit about, man. Peace.